There is a moment that changes you. You are exhausted, you are ambitious, and you finally look up from the grind expecting someone to notice. A mentor, a friend, a partner, a message that says, "I believe in you," and there is nothing, just silence. The kind of silence that doesn't feel empty. It feels like judgment. You scroll your contacts like a fool, scanning the horizon for a rescue ship. You rehearse explanations in your head, trying to make your dreams sound reasonable enough for someone to support. But the truth is brutal. Nobody is coming. And here is the part that should terrify you. The people you thought would clap for you are not neutral. They are waiting for you to get tired, waiting for you to quit so they can feel safe again, because your hunger exposes their comfort. Most men hear this and collapse. They call it bad luck. They call it betrayal. They call it depression. But if you have any predator left in your blood, you will recognize what this really is. Freedom. No support means no leash. No allies means no debt. No audience means no performance. You are finally alone enough to become dangerous. This video is not motivation. It is a system for winning when nobody benefits from your success. You will learn how to build momentum without praise, how to create leverage without connections, and how to survive the psychological warfare of being the only one who believes. You will learn how to turn neglect into an advantage, how to work in shadows without losing your direction, and how to make your results so loud they can't pretend you're invisible. Because zero support is not the problem. The real problem is what zero support does to your mind. It makes you second guess. It makes you negotiate with your own standards. It makes you chase validation instead of victory. So, we are going to remove that weakness. By the end, you will know exactly what to do when nobody checks on you, nobody helps you, nobody understands you, and nobody cares. And you will still succeed. Not because they changed, because you did. Let's begin. Zero support is not just a circumstance. It is a filter. It strips you of every soft reason you were pretending was your fuel. When nobody is watching, you discover what you are really made of. Most people are made of mirrors. They need applause to feel real. They need agreement to feel right. They need company to feel safe. Take that away, and they dissolve. So here's the frame you will operate under. Support is a currency, and currency always comes with conditions. People support you when it flatters them, when it costs them nothing, or when they can claim your win later. If they can't use you, they don't invest. That is not cruelty. That is the math of human nature. When you have zero support, you stop trying to be understood. You stop selling your vision to the blind. You stop negotiating with people who gain nothing from your future. You become your own supply line. Your mission is not to convince anyone. Your mission is to build proof. Proof beats personality. Proof beats excuses. Proof beats the smear campaign that happens in silence, the whispers that you're delusional, the smiles that say good luck like it's a funeral. In this script, you are not the hero waiting for allies. You are the operator building leverage. You will act like a country under siege. You will protect your energy, ration your trust, and convert every day into a small, undeniable win. Because the only real support that matters is the kind that arrives after you've already won. And that is exactly what we are going to manufacture. Rule 1. Stop auditioning for allies. When you have zero support, your first addiction is approval. You start explaining your plan to people who don't care, hoping they'll finally nod and make it feel real. That is not communication. That is begging for permission. The fastest way to fail alone is to keep seeking a crowd. Here is the law. People don't support vision. They support evidence. And until you have evidence, your dream is just noise to them. So you must cut off the impulse to recruit emotional backup. No long speeches, no convincing, no defending, no asking, "Do you think this is a good idea?" The moment you ask that, you hand them the knife. Now they get to decide if you live. Instead, you operate like a thief with a blueprint, quiet, precise, unavailable. Your new rule is simple. If someone is not directly involved in the work, they don't get access to your plan. Not because you are secretive, Because you are protecting the only fragile resource you have, your momentum. Momentum dies in conversation. It dies in debates. It dies in the social fog where everyone has an opinion and nobody has a stake. Every time you share too early, you create a leak. You start performing your ambition instead of building it. You start collecting reactions instead of collecting results. So you replace talk with output. You become someone who only speaks in receipts, a finished page, a shipped product, a booked client, a cut in body fat, a skill mastered, something real, something that exists without anyone's belief. And here's the psychological payoff. When you stop seeking support, you stop giving people power over your mood. Their silence stops being an insult. It becomes background noise. You are not lonely. You are under construction. And construction is loud only when it's done. Rule 2. Build a private scoreboard. When nobody supports you, time becomes your enemy. Days blur. Effort feels invisible. An invisible effort creates a specific kind of madness. You start thinking you've done nothing, even when you've bled for weeks. That is how people quit. Not because they failed, because they couldn't measure progress. You will not rely on feelings. Feelings are weak evidence. You will rely on numbers. Create a scoreboard that only you can see. It must be simple, brutal, and impossible to negotiate with. Pick 3 metrics that directly move your life forward, not 20. 3. For example, hours of deep work, outreach sent, money earned, or pages written, workouts completed, skill reps logged. Whatever your mission is, choose the 3 actions that produce the result. Then track them daily, like a religious ritual. Why does this matter? Because support is usually a mirror. People reflect back that you're improving. Without that mirror, you need your own reflection. Your scoreboard becomes your witness, your proof that you are not drifting, your evidence that you are not wasting your life. And it does something even more important. It turns your discipline into a game you can win alone. When you wake up and you don't feel like it, the scoreboard doesn't care. When you feel behind, the scoreboard tells you the truth. When you feel confident, the scoreboard humbles you. It removes drama. It replaces mood with mission. Here is the hidden advantage. A private scoreboard makes you emotionally independent. You stop needing anyone to say, "I'm proud of you," because you can see the streak. You can see the accumulation. You can see the machine becoming real. This is how you survive in the dark. You don't need cheerleaders. You need a record. And once you have a record, you can't lie to yourself anymore. Rule 3. Turn neglect into stealth. When nobody supports you, you think you're exposed. But you're not. You're invisible. And invisibility is a weapon. Supported people get watched. They get opinions. They get interference. They get expectations that poison their pace. Everyone has a suggestion. Everyone wants a vote. Everyone wants access. Their progress becomes public property. You don't have that problem. You can experiment without embarrassment. You can fail without headlines. You can rebuild without explaining. You can change direction without a committee calling you inconsistent. You are not under surveillance. You are in a blind spot, so you must use the blind spot correctly. You move like an intelligence agency. Quiet objectives, quiet upgrades, quiet habits. You don't announce the new routine. You don't post the plan. You don't tease the comeback. You just stack the work until the outcome speaks for you. Here is the discipline. When you feel the urge to broadcast, do the opposite. When you want to prove yourself in public, prove yourself in private. When you want validation, create leverage. Neglect is painful because your ego wants to be seen, but your ego is not your friend. Your ego wants attention. Your future wants competence. So choose competence. Use the silence to study harder than the loud people. Use the lack of support to become unrecognizable. Learn the skill that changes your income. Train the body that changes your presence. Build the portfolio that changes your options. Fix the weakness you've been hiding behind charm. No one will clap during this stage. That is the point. Then one day you will show up different, and they will act like it happened overnight. Let them believe that. They don't deserve the blueprint. Your advantage is that you can become strong without anybody trying to stop you, because they never saw you as a threat. Rule 4. Replace support with structure. When people don't support you, you try to compensate with willpower, and willpower is the most expensive fuel on earth. It burns hot, it burns fast, and it leaves you empty. You do not need more motivation. You need a cage. Because with zero support, nobody is there to pull you back into line. Nobody checks your discipline. Nobody notices your drift. So your environment must become the enforcer. Your calendar must become the boss. Your rules must become the friend who refuses your excuses. Here is the move. You design days that are harder to betray than to follow. You pick a start time that is non-negotiable. You pick a daily minimum that is humiliatingly small but never skipped. You pick a shutdown time that protects recovery, because exhaustion is how the mind starts bargaining. Then you lock it in like a contract written in stone. Not because you are rigid, because you are fighting the version of you that loves comfort, and you remove decision points. Decision points are where lonely people die. Every choice becomes a debate. Every debate becomes delay. Delay becomes self-hatred. So you eliminate choices by pre-deciding. Same work block, same training slot, same meal pattern, same focus target. Your life becomes a rail system. You don't need to feel inspired to ride a train. You just get on. You also build a replacement council. No, not friends. Tools. A notebook that catches your thoughts before they poison you. A weekly review that shows you where you are lying. A mentor that cannot disappoint you because they are dead and preserved in books. A playlist that flips your nervous system into work mode. A workspace that has one purpose and one purpose only. This is the secret. Supported people rely on humans. Alone people must rely on systems. A system does not get tired of you. A system does not doubt you. A system does not abandon you because your ambition makes them uncomfortable. It simply demands payment. And if you pay it daily, it will make you inevitable. Rule 5. Learn to harvest rejection. With zero support, the world doesn't just ignore you, it tests you. Doors stay closed, messages go unanswered. People look through you like you're a ghost. And if you're still soft inside, you take it personally. You start believing the silence is proof you're not enough. That is the trap. Rejection is not a verdict. It is data. Most people waste rejection by turning it into a story about their worth. The operator turns rejection into intel about the battlefield. Why didn't they reply? What offer did I make? What signal did I send? What fear did I trigger? What outcome did I fail to promise? You stop asking, why don't they support me? You start asking, what would make support rational? Then you adjust. Zero support means you are forced to become precise. You cannot rely on charm. You cannot rely on relationships. You cannot rely on being liked. You must learn the language of leverage. That means you build skills that don't require permission. Writing, selling, coding, design, negotiation, fitness, anything where results are visible and transferable. If you can create value alone, you cannot be starved by other people's indifference. And you become aggressive with outreach, not emotional outreach, tactical outreach. You send the message. You make the call. You pitch the idea. You apply anyway. You publish anyway. You show up anyway, not because you expect kindness, because you are collecting outcomes. Here is the mindset. Every no is a rep. Every ignored attempt is a test of your posture. Every closed door forces you to find a window. Over time, you don't fear rejection. You crave it because it sharpens you. The world respects the person who keeps moving without applause, because that kind of movement cannot be manipulated. If nobody supports you, good, you don't need a tribe. You need a tolerance for cold air. Rule 6. Stop expecting fairness. When you have zero support, you keep waiting for the moment someone finally notices you've earned help. You think life is a courtroom. You present evidence of your effort and expect a verdict of recognition. That expectation is a leash. Fairness is a story weak people tell themselves so they can stay polite while being starved. The world is not fair. The world is responsive. It responds to pressure, proof, and proximity. If you don't apply any of those, you can be brilliant and still be ignored. So you drop the morality play. You stop asking, why me? You start asking, what works? This is where you become dangerous, because you stop wasting time grieving the rules you wish existed. You accept the real game. Attention follows momentum. Opportunity follows competence. Support follows advantage. Which means your job is not to deserve help. Your job is to become expensive to ignore. You do that by building assets, not hopes. A portfolio, a skill stack, a body that signals discipline, a reputation for delivering, a network built through value, not need. A track record that forces people to update their opinion of you without you begging them to. And you must learn the hardest discipline of all when you're alone. No complaining. Complaining is a confession that you still believe someone should fix it for you. It is a signal to your own nervous system that you are powerless. When you complain, you train yourself to be a victim with good vocabulary. Instead, you convert frustration into action. If you lack resources, you create alternatives. If you lack access, you build a side door. If you lack guidance, you reverse engineer the outcome and copy the patterns that produce it. Alone means you don't get permission. Alone means you become the permission. This is the turning point. The moment you stop expecting fairness is the moment you stop being breakable. Because now, nothing can disappoint you, only delay you. Rule 7. Choose one battlefield and starve the rest. Zero support becomes lethal when you scatter. When nobody is guiding you, every opportunity feels urgent. Every skill feels necessary. Every idea feels like the one. So you start moving in 10 directions, and you call it ambition. It is not ambition. It is panic disguised as productivity. You don't need more options. You need one lane so narrow you can't pretend you're progressing while staying safe, because the lonely mind loves fake motion. It will clean the desk, organize the notes, watch the tutorials, build the perfect plan, then avoid the work that creates a visible result. So you pick one battlefield for the next 90 days, one income skill, one primary project, one measurable outcome, not because you are limiting yourself forever, because power comes from concentration. A magnifying glass doesn't burn because it has many lenses. It burns because it forces all the light into one point. Here is the protocol. If an action does not directly increase the outcome you chose, it is a distraction. Even if it is intelligent, even if it is impressive, even if it makes you feel busy, you cut it, you starve it, you let it die without guilt. This is how you win with zero support. You cannot afford the luxury of exploration. Exploration is for people with safety nets. You are building the net while falling. And when you focus like this, something changes inside you. Your identity hardens. You stop being someone who is trying. You become someone who is executing. That shift is everything, because support often arrives late. People show up after they smell inevitability. They don't help you start. They help you once they believe you can't be stopped. So make it easy for them to believe. Pick one battlefield, then become the kind of person who only leaves it after victory. Rule 8. Make your solitude look intentional. When nobody supports you, the easiest story to believe is that you're unwanted, that you're behind, that you're the leftover piece nobody chose. This is how you lose without losing a single battle. You let loneliness rewrite your posture. Your posture is your shield. The world reacts to what your solitude seems to mean. If you move like someone abandoned, people treat you like a burden. If you move like someone focused, people treat you like a threat. Same solitude, different signal. So you will treat being alone like a strategic choice. You stop over-explaining yourself. You stop rushing to reply. You stop acting grateful for basic respect. You stop filling silence with nervous jokes and unnecessary updates. You become scarce on purpose, controlled, measured, calm. This is not arrogance. This is containment. Because when you have zero support, your emotions have nowhere to go. And if you leak them everywhere, you teach people how to handle you. They learn which buttons make you react, which comments make you prove yourself, which silence makes you chase that turns you into a puppet. Instead, you become unreadable. You let your face stay neutral. You let your tone stay steady. You let your pace stay slow. And you build a life that reinforces the narrative. Clean routine, clean appearance, clean communication. You don't need wealth to look disciplined. You need standards. Standards create gravity. Here is the truth. Most people are drawn to certainty, not because they love you, because certainty feels safe. When you look like you know where you're going, even if you're still building, people start orbiting. They want to be near the person who seems inevitable. So stop wearing your struggle like a confession. No one supports a mess. They support a machine that is quietly assembling itself. Make your solitude look like focus. Then let the results make it believable. Rule 9. Make desperation impossible by building a second stream. Zero support hurts most when you feel trapped. When you have one plan, one employer, one client, one relationship, one gatekeeper, then every setback feels like a death sentence. You start compromising. You start tolerating disrespect. You start chasing people who don't value you because you need them. Need is loud. Need is humiliating. Need is readable from across a room, so you must eliminate it. You do that by building a second stream of leverage that runs quietly in the background, not a fantasy empire. A simple, repeatable pipeline that produces options. Options are the real support system, not people. This second stream can be money, attention, skill, or access, but it must be something you can generate without permission. If your main path is a job, your second stream is a skill you can sell privately. If your main path is a business, your second stream is outreach that never stops. If your main path is a creative goal, your second stream is consistent publishing that builds an audience brick by brick. If your main path is education, your second stream is a portfolio that proves you can do the work now. The point is not to split your focus. The point is to remove panic. Because panic makes you ugly, panic makes you beg, panic makes you accept crumbs. And once you are alone, you will be tempted to put all your hope in one door. Never do that. One door can be locked. 2 doors is freedom. 3 doors is power. This is how you become unbreakable without allies. You make it so nobody can corner you. Nobody can threaten your future with a single decision. Nobody can starve you by withholding a yes. When you have a second stream, you stop negotiating from hunger. You can walk away clean. And the world treats the person who can walk away like royalty. Zero support is not a curse. It is a clarification. Rule 1. Stop auditioning for allies. If you keep talking, you will keep leaking. You don't need believers. You need receipts. Rule 2. Build a private scoreboard. When nobody witnesses your grind, you must become your own witness. Numbers keep you sane. Streaks keep you honest. Rule 3. Turn neglect into stealth. Invisibility is a weapon. You can fail quietly, learn quickly, and upgrade without interference. Let them ignore you while you sharpen. Rule 4. Replace support with structure. Alone people don't survive on willpower. They survive on systems. Remove decisions, build rails, follow them even when you hate them. Rule 5. Harvest rejection. Rejection isn't a verdict, it's intel. Use every no to refine your offer, your skill, your approach. Keep moving until the world has to respond. Rule 6. Stop expecting fairness. Fairness is a bedtime story. The real world responds to pressure, proof, and proximity. Become expensive to ignore. Rule 7. Choose one battlefield and starve the rest. Focus is not a preference. It is a weapon. 90 days of concentration will beat years of scattered effort. Rule 8. Make your solitude look intentional. Your posture decides how you're treated. Move like a person on a mission, not a person waiting to be chosen. Rule 9. Build a second stream so desperation becomes impossible. Options are support. When you can walk away, you cannot be controlled. This is the whole formula. No support means no distractions, no debt, no committee, no emotional babysitting. You either become your own infrastructure or you collapse. And if you follow this, You will reach a day where people claim they always believed in you. Let them lie. Your win was built in silence. Here is the final truth they never tell you. Zero support is not the season you endure. It is the season you weaponize. Because when nobody cares, you are free from their expectations. When nobody claps, you are free from performance. When nobody checks on you, you are forced to become the kind of person who can't be checked on. This is where your character gets forged, not in victory, in isolation, in the quiet mornings where you wake up heavy and still move, in the nights where you want to quit and you don't, in the weeks where nothing changes on the outside but everything changes on the inside. Most people will never understand that stage. They only respect the finished product. They only celebrate the highlight. They only praise the version of you that no longer needs them. So, stop craving witnesses. Let your life become the witness. Let your discipline become your closest ally. Let your routine become your protection. Let your results become your revenge. And when the support finally shows up, when the late messages arrive, when the sudden invitations appear, when they start acting like you were always different, you won't need to explain anything. You'll just look at the life you built with empty hands, and you'll know you were never unsupported. You were being trained, like the video if you've been building while nobody was watching. Subscribe if you want more tactics for moving in silence and winning loud. And comment this sentence: I don't need support, I need results.